Hello everybody, and thank you for joining us for another virtual story time here at the Canyon City Public Library. We like to start our story times off with our welcome song, and it goes, "Oh, welcome, welcome everyone, now you're here, let's have some fun. First we'll clap our hands just so, then we'll bend and touch our toes. Welcome, welcome everyone, now you're here, let's have some fun." Good job everyone. So a reminder folks, we are doing in-person story times Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, all at 10:30. So please stop in and see us here at the Canyon City Public Library. To the story that I will be reading today, I Can See Just Fine, by Eric Barkley, published by Abrams Appleseed, New York. I can see just fine. One day at school, Miss Palmer noticed that Paige was having trouble seeing the chalkboard. Mr. Thompson noticed that Paige was having trouble reading sheet music. And Dad noticed that Paige was having all kinds of trouble. "I found a kitty." But when anyone asked Paige about her eyesight, she would always say, "I can see just fine." Mom and Dad were a little concerned. "I think Paige needs to see an eye doctor," her mom said. "I can see just fine." Oh, she has the book upside down. The next morning, Mom told Paige that she didn't have to go to school that day. Paige was excited. Sweet. But Paige was not excited when Mom told her that they were going to see an eye doctor instead. "I can see just fine." Paige was a little nervous when they arrived at the doctor's office. But Dr. Steger was very nice, and he asked Paige to read some letters on an eye chart. Dr. Steger put some special drops in Paige's eyes, and she looked through a mask with knobs and buttons. When they had finished, Dr. Stringer said, "Well, kiddo, you need glasses, but don't worry, they'll look great on you." Paige was not pleased. Mom and Paige went to pick out some eyeglasses frames. "I can see just fine." Paige tried on lots and lots of different frames until she found the pair that looked just right. After a couple of days, Paige's glasses were ready. "Let's try these on, Paige," the lady said. "But I don't need glasses," Paige said. "I can see everything." After that, Miss Palmer noticed that Paige had no trouble seeing the chalkboard. "You misspelled deciduous." Mr. Thompson noticed that Paige had no trouble reading the sheet music. And Dad noticed that it was time to get Paige a kitty. "I found a skunk." And Mom noticed that Paige's new glasses were all smudged. "Your glasses are filthy. There's no way you can see out of those." I can see just fine. She's putting orange juice in her cereal. I Can See Just Fine by Eric Barkley. Hopefully everybody's enjoying virtual story times. We've been using a song here to promote good hygiene. It's the hand washing song. The children have come to really enjoy it. It goes, tops and bottoms, in between, rub them all together, nice and clean, tops and bottoms, in between, Rub them all together, rub them all together, nice and clean, nice and clean. Good job, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Now let's read Naughty Mabel Sees It All. Naughty Mabel Sees It All. Written by Nathan Lane and Devlin Elliott, illustrated by Dan Crawl, and published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers. But where are my manners? Hello, my little darlings. It's me again, Naughty Mabel. We had so much fun the first time, I thought a second date was worth a try. It all began a few days ago when things started to get a little strange around the house. For some odd reason, my doggy dish was filled with potpourri. It actually tasted better than my kibble, but my stomach did not agree. However, it did improve my breath. Even my guests smelled a little better. Still, the next day I was not only feeling queasy, I was seeing two of everything. 2 front doors, 2 mothers, 2 fathers. It was too much. And then I was watching Martha Stewart on television and saw 3 of her making couscous, which made me faint. No more potpourri for me. I was just about to say something to my parents when I got the most exciting news. I'd been invited to my first sleepover at Smarty Cat and Scaredy Cat's house. A sleepover, people! I mean, how adult, how divine. I'm a strong, independent girl. I was ready to venture out into the world and take a big bite out of it. Finally, I knew how rock stars must feel. How on earth does one choose what to bring? Easy, just take everything. My parents said it was only for one night and that I shouldn't get too excited. Please, have we met? It's like they don't know me at all. For the record, Smarty Cat and Scaredy Cat's mother is more than just a nice old lady who lives next door. Her name is Millicent Murgatroyd. As a young woman, she was an aviatrix, a female pilot who flies airplanes. Thanks, Google. A paleontologist, digging up bones. We have a lot in common. And a university professor of history and anthropology. Smell her. One day, she found a large shoebox on her front step. Inside there were 2 kittens, one very nervous, the other smart as a whip, and they grew up to be my BFFs. The evening started well. Smarty and Scaredy and I were having a great time playing dress-up. Then we settled in to watch one of Millicent's old black and white movies. Not my idea of an exciting way to end the night, but what are you gonna do? She's 70. That's 490 in dog years. I got bored and dozed off. I didn't care about Bette Davis or why she had all that makeup on. My own snoring woke me up, and out of the corner of my eye, I spotted a mysterious shadow on the wall. I decided to investigate. I knew it! It was a little blurry because of the dark, but there was no getting around it. It was a monster. Monsters are a tricky and elusive bunch, and the room was crawling with them. I grabbed the nearest weapon I could and jumped into action. Mrs. Murgatroyd didn't seem to appreciate my heroic efforts. Maybe if she cleaned her house once in a while, it wouldn't be infested with monsters. But I decided this probably wasn't the best time to bring that up. Apparently, even my parents don't believe in monsters. Right, and there's no such thing as the Tooth Fairy or the Easter Bunny either. Some people just can't handle the truth. Anyway, they just called me naughty and put me to bed. So demeaning, so confusing. I saved many lives. Maybe next time I'd just let the monsters eat them. Maybe I'd just... But then I saw something. I knew it! The monsters followed me home to have their revenge. Isn't that just like monsters? They like to play with your head. If I could catch one, I could prove I was right. And I love being right. So I called out, "Here, monster, monster, come out, wherever you are." I could play their little game. And that's when I spotted one. It was huge. This monster needed to lay off the carbs. I decided I had to either attack it or wake up my parents with the good news. Attack! Can you believe it? My parents still couldn't see the monster. Mabel! Now, if you recall, this is where we began. I decided to turn myself in and get time off for good behavior. Only I couldn't figure out who to turn myself into. They seemed to be cloning. I had no idea which lucky couple were my real parents, or what was happening. Fortunately, the smartest couple figured it out. Guess what? There were no monsters. I needed glasses. Glasses for a dog. Who knew? They had to take me to an optimist, an opopotamus, an ophthalmologist. Oh, you know, the eye doctor. I wasn't sure I liked the looks of the joint. The room positively reeked of regret. I swore I'd be good. I'd give up believing in monsters. I was cured. We could go get smoothies. Everything looked... Oh, better. That explained a lot. My bad. Glasses, it turns out, are very attractive, especially on me. They give me that serious, intellectual, I just finished writing my first novel, but I also love to party look. Heavens, I thought I heard another monster. No one bought that. My parents decided contacts would be more practical for an active girl like me, and they were right, as usual. So what can we learn from all this, darlings? Well, sleepovers are potentially fraught with danger, and life is full of surprises. But you can always count on your friends and family to help you out when you don't see things clearly. And by seeing things clearly, I mean I see that pile of leaves. I see it's not a monster, so I see no reason to attack. But where's the fun in that, darlings? Naughty Mabel sees it all.
Thank you for joining us for another virtual story time here at the Canyon City Public Library. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.